Hello YouTube, welcome on this fine day, and today we are going to play Nicols Bolas, the Dragon God in Historic Brawl. This deck aims to win by utilizing strong cards like Nicols Bolas and other planeswalkers. In total, how many? 7 of them if you include the Nicols Bolas, to just outvalue the opponent and wipe the board over and over before that point to get there. One interesting thing about this deck is that this deck doesn't run any counter spells, not a single one. And here's the reason for this. Maybe it's not even correct, like 1 or 2 may be good, right? But here's the main reason for this. If you want to just slap Planeswalker out of Planeswalker, you kind of don't have the, space in your mana, you don't have the time to hold up counter spells, because this, the usual play pattern for this deck is wipe the board on turn 4, then they play a single big threat afterwards, and then you just kill that with Nicols Bolas, and then you are in a situation where you can wipe again and have Nicols Bolas on the board already to gain an advantage from that. Also, by not running any counter spells, we are optimizing Fires of Invention. We don't always get the fires. We do run Grim Tutor because that curves nicely into fires. Grim Tutor on 3, fires on 4, wipe, and then just slap down all the planeswalkers and kill the opponent. Another thing this deck in this deck is Nicols Bolas is very mana intensive. The thriving lands from Jumpstart really help with that. We have 1 colorless land, and that's Karn's Bastion, and with this amount of planeswalkers, and I think it's really worth it to play. And the interplanar beacon filters mana anyways, right? And we do run all the 2 mana rocks, but none of the 3 mana rocks, and there is a very good reason for that. And also we are playing colorless mana rocks, which don't actually contribute to us playing Nicols Bolas. The reason to do this is we have 5 board wipes on 4 mana, basically, like soft or hard board wipes, just stuff that can clean up board basically on 4 mana. This is a really important thing. So against decks like Kinnan, which this deck usually crushes because Kinnan is very resilient to counter spells, this deck doesn't run any counter spells and hard forces that with 5, 6, 7 board wipes in the early game. Innocent Blood just wrecks Kinnan in the early end. It's just amazing, and holding off one of the top tier, the top tier deck in Historic Brawl. And yeah, so this is basically the reason why we are playing Mind Stones and Guardian Idols, even though they can't get us to Nicols Bolas unless we have a interplanar beacon on the field. They're just really good at powering these out very, very quickly and reliably. Yeah, rest of the deck. Planeswalkers to close the game out that Nicols Bolas can copy. One interesting interaction is that Chandra's ability is a +2. So what happens here with Nicols Bolas is he can copy the ability of Chandra, and then he has a +2 ability suddenly. So you basically go from 4 to 6 to 8 and ultimate very, very quickly. Yeah, so yeah, pretty good. Fires, best card in the deck, and I hope I don't get roasted. At least here in Germany it's 36 degrees Celsius, which is about a bit more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, anyways, let's jump right into some gameplay, destroy stuff, play planeswalkers, and have some fun, shall we? Our next opponent, or well, not our next, our first opponent is going to play Tatyova. This is not optimal. So here's the thing, this hand is really nice from stopping Tatyova, maybe, I guess, right? Because we take out their non-creature ramp and then pick off their creature ramp if we draw the single red source. But if we don't, this is really horrible. I think it's risky. I think it's too risky. So let's mulligan this. I mean, this is still fine. So the thriving lands are really nice because this deck is really hungry on black sources, so all the thriving lands can just be black duels, really. But sometimes they need to be something different, but in this case we have one red, one blue, and then rest needs to be black, basically. I don't feel like I need the Scorching Dragonfire right now, so let's enter this, let this enter with black as well. Sure. And one nice thing that you can do with Phyrexian Scriptures, this is not black, so we don't need it. Yeah, as I said, one really nice thing you can do with Phyrexian Scriptures is play it before playing the Nicols Bolas. I guess I don't need anything specific here. And then wipe the board that you play on the turn you play the Nicols Bolas, because this is one turn delayed, essentially. Uro, okay. I can... Okay, so what I could have done here, and that would have been obviously amazing, right? If I had the mana open for the Guardian Idol, I could have just pinged the Scorching Dragonfire on the Uro, and this says when it would die this turn, exile it instead, and that would basically exile the Uro from the graveyard. So I think I'm like, I don't think the board wipes are like we have. I think Languish is good enough of a board wipe. We just throw the Phyrexian Scriptures right now, like out there, and then just set up for a clean board on the Nicols Bolas next turn. Oh, this is going to be really annoying. Oh well. Anyways, let's play this guy and just try to outvalue them here.
In my image.
And the really important part is when they like try to go off and they can't just sack the Zendikar's royal tokens and whatnot over and over, right? But if they do that, like in this case, I'm just going to Languish beforehand, so they can't sack any of these pieces. Uro is exiled, which is a nice side effect of Scriptures. Okay, what are we going to do? So if we do this, yeah, like I think this is the correct play, this into Narset, because this way they can't play Tatyova next turn and a land to go with it. So let's just make them exile something now. Mox Amber is probably the thing. Okay, what did they exile? A land from hand, I see. And now I'm just going to Narset. And I don't know if they play Questing Beast, but this plays around Questing Beast by not activating the Narset here. I feel like I have enough to do in my hand. I can cry the Zendikar's royal tokens away and whatnot. Yep. Sure, so you get exiled. Yep, and we start the value train. Yep, and they surrender. GG. So, we are playing against Korvold, Fae-Cursed King, and at this point we just want to draw lands, but that's the reason why we have 26 lands in the deck, because we really want to hit our land drops in the early game. This is a bit awkward because we have double blue on Narset, right? And the thing here is we kind of want to name blue, but we have double black and we really want to hit the triple black for Bolas. So this being the red land is kind of awkward here. I could just lead on the swamp and see if I draw another land, and innocent, like I'm keeping this based on the innocent blood because it just messes with the land elves or any other dogs. Oh, that is perfect. So we have the one red available. The one more black, right? So basically this tells me I can't play Narset anyways. let's just put this into battlefield tapped and see what we're going to draw. I just don't want to mess up my mana situation with the Thriving Bluff too badly. Mind Stone kind of can't go with that. Okay, perfect. So this is a black source. So we just named blue here, and then we have. Oh, this is just perfect because we have the double blue available now and the triple black. Yep. I don't even know what they want to take. Maybe the Innocent Blood. Okay, they take the Narset here. Which is fair, I guess. Just going to do this. Yeah, the Narset was a fine pick here, because we don't have anything other to do this turn. Cultivate. So this is the moment where we... I think I'm just going to drop the Sarkhan because I mind Sarkhan dying less than Bolas. Yes, we can get back the Bolas later. But the main thing here is that we want to wipe and then they play something big and then we minus Bolas. And if we don't have enough mana to do that, that's kind of bad for us. But also if we wipe, we can just play Planeswalker and then Innocent Blood, right? And that kind of fulfills the same role. But the main problem is that they have Field of the Dead available to them. So it's kind of a toss-up, really. Yeah, I think I'm just going with the Bolas because then, yeah, I'm plussing and then let's see. Yeah, because another thing is if we wipe, we have enough lands that we can wipe and then play them next turn again anyways, right? Okay, so yep, that's the black source. It's a black basic, so it's not optimal for them. Yeah, because if this was anything other than a basic, they would have had field online by now, but they don't. I see. Okay. So this is the spot where we just... Okay, so we Chandra, minus, wipe, and then plus the Bolas for 2. And this way he's ticking up to 7, which is quite brutal. And we just turbo out the ultimate, and they can just sack the Omen of the Hunt to the Bolas trigger. And we do have innocent, whatever bot it they have, we pretty much kill everything, every single bit of it, right? So they sack the Omen, I guess. Oh no, they sack this. Okay, this makes just using Innocent Blood very decent. Those are both odd. And that's another even, I guess. But yeah, just choosing odd with... No, we can't do both, right? Okay, so how do we clean up this board nicely? Oh, I can just Ritual of Soot and Innocent Blood, right? Yeah, that would be optimal. Because everything dies except the Korvold. And they actually draw a card of the Korvold here, right? Yeah, they actually do. Bring you into ultimate range and plus again. And the damage here is not to be underestimated. So they have to deal with the Bolas ulting next turn with an Extinction event, Cry of the Canarium, Chandra, wipe, right? And yeah, this is probably too much for them. Because we just ultimate Bolas and they lose. Yeah, sure. And yep, GG. That is a good game. Odd and ultimate Bolas. Nice. Also the Karn's Bastion, just to rub that extra bit of salt in. GG. Our next opponent is Kethis in hand. I mean, can't really complain, right? I have removal. I don't have blue. I have fires. And no matter what land I draw, I can play Bolas, right? No matter what land or color. Yeah. So let's lead on the swamp. Gilded Goose. My opponent is about to honk soon. And Duress taking. I'd argue the Mox Amber is probably important to them, but maybe the Great Henge is better to take, because next turn they can just go Kethis into Mox Amber and then do nothing, I guess. I think Great Henge is the best value engine to just take here. Yep. Okay, so that's gone. I will proceed to Heart Dissect the Kethis. They can recast it though. No, they can't because it costs 5, not 3. Paris Druid, okay. And that allows me to go fires into... Let's go with the Flame Sweep, because in case I want to exile a certain legendary from the field. I don't care if non-legendaries are in the graveyard against their deck, basically. Okay, I will cast Opt to find a land. That is a land. Play you. And plus the Nicols Bolas. Yep. I would think they exile the Mox here, which makes sense.
My schemes are never ending.
And they really need to deal with the whole board here, otherwise they are going to be in a lot of trouble. Sure, let's Narset first. And minus. Let's see. Tyrant Scorn, Mindstone. I have so much removal, I'm just taking the Mindstone here to draw a card, really. Should have plus Nicols Bolas before playing the Mindstone though. Okay, didn't matter. And draw a card. Okay, so we are in a perfectly nice situation where we can just remove everything and can cheaply gain access to most cards. Like, if they remove Bolas, we play it for 2 mana. If they remove fires, we still have Bolas on the field. So the Arcane Signet is a bit annoying though, because if they play Immortal Sun,
thoughtfulness before action.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. If they play Immortal Sun, the problem becomes that we can't make them sack it because they can just sack the Signet. And I do have a few options here. I could just remove it, the beast with the Murderous Rider and plus Nicols Bolas. But I could also minus Nicols Bolas with the Narset ability, get it back to the command center, replay it, and then kill the Questing Beast. Seems excessive, to be honest. I'd rather just do the... Okay, that's the thing. Yeah, okay, now I'm just going to Murderous Rider and Sarkhan. I was about to play the Search for Azcanta, but... yeah, this just seems pretty nice. You... and Sarkhan. And I'm going to plus Sarkhan here, because that's just a ton of damage. Yep. GG. Ready to go against Zacama. Yeah. This seems perfect. Like the perfect mana base, pretty much. If we get an additional land, we just curve into... Yep, we just curve into fires now. Explore, huh? What a card. Didn't expect that at all, huh? Grim Tutor. Get the fires rolling. And next, oh shit, they do have insane cards though, but Zacama itself is not really an issue for me. Well, they can destroy fires, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't play Zacama next turn, which is great, right? This doesn't have haste. Yeah, I'm just dropping the fires on them. And let's see, I think I'm just going with the Surge. Yep. And then next turn, Whelming Wave, Nicols Bolas, right? No, they can't. Okay, they can just 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can play Zacama next turn, no matter what. But yeah, let's get this to the graveyard. But the annoying thing is, I want to play Nicols Bolas here, but also remove both of these. So I'm just thinking, I think I'm just going with the Ritual Set and minus on the Atali.
Throughout the multiverse.
Yep. Destroy you, and they have 6 mana next turn because they're going to play land, Zacama, minus on the fires, minus on the Escanta, highly likely. Oh, okay. That's ambitious. Graveyard. Yep. They exile a land, that's perfect. And I'm just thinking if I should Whelming Wave or Bedevil here. Not sure though.
My intellect is without limit.
Okay, Whelming Wave, this gets bounced land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they have one more land, they can just go with Zacama into Nyx Bloom into Zacama, and that would be quite problematic. So I have to Bedevil this now. Yep, end the turn. Sad thing is, we didn't manage to get the flipped Escanta here in this situation. Yep, wait, what? Yeah, this hits the graveyard no matter what to flip the Escanta, right? Interesting. Yep. Play you. Oh. You and Benthic again to see what we get.
Just the trick for this.
Yeah, sure, Ashiok. I'm fine with Ashiok. I think this is the card I'm going to play out here. And
Regrets of the dead.
I'm just going to bounce this. Like just make them lose value, like because I want to get them to a point where they just can't do anything basically, right? Like get them to a point where they have to start exiling lands. Okay, that's a good card. If they exile Nicols Bolas and fires. Oh, that's perfect. Yep, GG. So they messed up. So what happened here is, if I view the battlefield, they didn't remove the Ashiok. So what happened is they, I had the Ashiok on the field, and I could just recast the Bolas, bounce the Ulamog, and force them to exile the Ulamog from hand. GG. Kinnan. Oh yes, the exact matchup I was waiting for. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep this. Scry a few nice cards to the top here. If they start out on land valves, I'm just going to Innocent Blood and play the Temple of Deceit. Otherwise, I'm just going to play Malice on one and then follow it up with the regular Swamp. Thought Erasure. Is that good enough? I think it's not. I want to wipe. Okay, so we start out with the Swamp here to Heartless Act whatever comes out. And if they play Mox Amber, they should play it before the Kinnan, otherwise they play Kinnan, Mox Amber, in response to that I'm going to Heartless Act the Kinnan. So the question is, are they stuck on one lands? Nope. Okay, get you out of the way. Oh, maybe that was a bit too quick on my part. Sure, land is perfect. I know that I can't cast... Oh, maybe. I can't cast Sarkhan or Nicols Bolas off of that, which is always problematic, right? So let's do this. Elspeth's Nightmare onto the Druid of the Cowl. And if they counter that, I'm just going to Innocent Blood them. Yep. Okay, Kinnan is coming out, which is always great news for me. Ah, perfect. And now I make them sack a creature. Okay, that's their hand. Oof. That is a big oof. Yep, you sacrifice a creature, please. Yeah, but I need to be worried about, like, what they can and can't have here. So basically any land lets me do something, as long as it's not coming into play tapped. Oh, that's pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Okay, they surrender. I think that was a bit hastily by them. Because they, like, I could have just have nothing. And I mean, the spot for them wasn't too bad because the Ashiok, I mean, I would have plussed and then, yeah, like plus Ashiok twice minus get something fat off the top. That's probably good. I mean, GG. Kinnan won the Prodigy, my arch nemesis. So we meet again. This calling an even is going to be beautiful. Like, just board wipe turn 3. This is the reason why we played the 2 mana rocks, right? And this it's just going to be beautiful. We don't need another rock though. We really just need any land, basically. Yeah, any land here. It's going to be fine. Yep. Hurricane Signet, and next turn, if they go with Kinnan into even mana dorks, that would be just lovely. Like, Island, Kinnan, 2 mana dork. Oh, interesting. So, I'm just going to Thought Erasure them, right? Seems nice. So what are we taking here? Quench seems like a good idea. Yeah, and Leafkin Druid, sure. We have enough to play Bolas next turn, and we draw a lot of cards anyways of the Bolas, like see enough cards, right? Okay. So yeah, they messed up though. I mean, right? It was a safe play. I don't know if that was their intention, but they could have just Kinnan into Guardian Idol, and that would have been better. And now they could have activated Kinnan by now. And that would have forced me to just use Extinction Event. Probably even to exile Kinnan over Caretaker, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. Okay. They're passing the turn. Well, don't mind, right? Interesting. Yep, and this is where the extinction event comes in. Kicking in with even. Yep. And I think this is a matchup where I am safe to assume that I can just remove Kinnan over and over. I'm not sure. So the main problem here is, like, if I just remove the Kinnan, they can't even activate the Caretaker, right? If I keep every other creature off the board, the Caretaker is useless. And so this is a part, and this is really important to know. Kotla can't get indestructible if you don't control a human.
The immortal Nicols Bolas
Yep.
will be your end.
And next turn I'm probably going to Ritual of Soot them no matter what. Yeah. Ritual of Soot into... Yeah, use Nicols Bolas afterwards, so they can't exile one of these. They probably exile a land and they're going to have a bad time. Yeah, it's offering them to activate the Guardian Idol. Okay. Ritual of Soot. Draw a card. And that is probably game at this point. Yep, Thriving Isles, Reverse Canter, all the fun stuff. We need... I think we have enough black, right? Now we have enough red, so just pick black anyways, because that's 1, 2, 3 red, 4 red. Like, that's more red than we will ever need, because red is the least used color. Like, we use black the most, and then blue, and then red, basically. Okay, Nicols Bolas is dying, but I'm actually like, I'm not fine with it, but it's okay, right? I'm just going to replay it again. Yep, graveyard. And then just start plussing. And if they can swing at it with the Guardian Idol, I'm not... Yeah, that won't do too much here in this spot. And what happens then is... They animate the Idol, they hit the Nicols Bolas to 3, and then next turn when they animate it, I will just Murderous Rider it, basically. Yeah. GG. Ready. Oh, perfect. It's the other matchup I wanted to show you guys. So this matchup is really dependent on 2 cards. Me either having Fires of Invention or Chandra Awakened Inferno. Guess what I have in my starting hand? Oh, because resolving a Chandra is really, really tough for Teferi. And at this point, I think, like, I don't have anything... Okay. Here we have to think about it, right? We could drop the Guardian Idol, but if we do that, we only have the Agonizing Remorse next turn because we don't have an untapped red. The Thriving Isle... Ah, it's tough. Yeah, I'm just taking a peek at their hand now. I think that's the safe bet. Okay. What do we have here? Cleansing Nova doesn't matter. The Spell Pierce likely matters against the Guardian Idol, and I do want to resolve the Guardian Idol. The Disdainful Stroke doesn't matter. Like, Spell Pierce, Syncopate, those are all counter Nicols Bolas, more or less, right? And I don't plan on winning by Nicols Bolas. And resolving the Guardian Idol is really important, because that's not a creature and that can swing in a Teferi constantly. So I'm taking the Spell Pierce to resolve the Guardian Idol next turn. That's basically my thinking here. So next turn I'm going to lead on Ventress into Idle. Oh, yeah, I absolutely need to get red with the Isle though. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh no. I'm double stupid because for some reason I thought, oh, they have Spell Pierce though, so that's the problem, but no, they don't have Spell Pierce. Okay, so that, like, we can't resolve Chandra next. Oh, sorry, I messed up. I messed that one. That's on me. That was stupid, sorry. Anyways, so we are delayed by 1 turn on the Chandra. Unless we top deck a red source, and then it's totally fine. Yep, not top decking red source, but who would have thought, right? Anger's Rampage is a nice answer to Teferi though. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. Could have had the Chandra out by now though. And they do need, like, yeah, they do need something here. Like these like those cards don't matter against the Rampage, so it needs to be one of these 3 cards. Let's see. Do they have something here? Because Syndicate doesn't work. Resolve all. Yep, and now we use that time to resolve the Idol again against the Teferi. And then we opted their end step. Yeah, so the whole matchup is basically like, we could have had that out like 3-4 turns early, like,
we need to move
really annoying. Okay, so I expect them to just... Yep. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I fully expect them to just... So that's on 6. That goes to 7. 8. Oh, it's so annoying. Like, okay, I told... I'm so annoyed right now because I lost the whole game basically on the land misplay, like not playing the idol there.
The good part.
Okay, we play Chandra. And here's the question.
And no one is telling me what to
Plus or minus? Because if you like -5 the Teferi, it gets to 2 and they won't plus minus it, right? If it's at 2. No way. But I don't know how important it is to get that on there. Yeah, let's just hold that down, basically. Don't get hexproof, please. Nice.
help with your not being on fire problem.
Pan out.
I fully expect never to resolve Nicols Bolas in this situation. But this buys us time to like hold the ferry back, and because it only gets 2 loyalty per turn. Banishing Light, and that is GG. Nice. Our next victim is going to be Niv-Mizzet. And this hand is horrible, so we are going to mulligan it. This hand is okay, so we are not going to mulligan it. Oh damn, I'm a good Magic player, right? Okay, I think I should replace Moment of Craving with the 1 mana card maybe. Right? Okay, so what's the mana situation? Yeah, we name blue with thriving more. Because that gives black anyways. Show me a Paradise Druid that I can Innocent Blood away. Or not. Sure. Let's... Yeah, whatever. Let's do like this. They will, Growth Spiral at the end of the turn. Yep. There it is. And let's see. I mean, this hand is not really great. It doesn't have too much value. It just has a lot of removal against cards that they... Like... Okay. I mean, this is fine, really? Yeah. Because we kill both, right? Interesting. If we kill both and they have the land to play Niv, we're a bit of in trouble. But other than that, it shouldn't be too bad. Right? Whatever. Let's do it. One of them gets sacrificed, the other one eats the moment of craving. So... white, blue, black, red, green, yeah. I mean, basically if they have blue they also have it, right? Green, yeah, they also have it with blue, like any land pretty much, right? Oh, that's pretty sweet, they don't have a follow-up here. Nice. Okay, so... yeah, we just Ritual of Soot here to keep the board clean, essentially. Like, we Fires, obviously, right? And then we Ritual of Soot. And that keeps the board clean for Ashiok, Eldritch Reborn, Nicols Bolas, 2 of the 3, basically, for next turn. And it's going to be quite annoying for them. Also, now cards like Spell Pierce are dead to them. Oh, they couldn't? White? Blue? Black? Red, green? Yeah, they could have played Niv-Mizzet, but they had other things to do, so I respect that, really. I do respect that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm saving the Eldritch Reborn here for the Niv, so... Yep. Hitting Nicols Bolas.
Will resonate
yep.
throughout the multiverse.
Ashiok, and then we can even Temporal, not Temporal Sundering, Karn's Bastion, not Karn's Temporal Sundering. And oh boy, they are in trouble. If they have Casualties of War, it's not too bad, I guess. Even though it is bad, right? Yeah, it is bad. They have Casualties of War. Yeah, they're targeting everything. Dunno. They're looking at the lands. Yep, they're targeting for Casualties of War, I believe. They... Yep. And they should have taken out the Nicols Bolas here. Because I get that back anyways. And that's just... not a lot of value for them. I mean... what do they really have in graveyard? Reborn doesn't seem too great here, but we can Aggress Rampage. Now let's just keep it like this. Yep, sack a Planeswalker. That does it, indeed. Play land, play Niv. They're targeting something. Oh, they were just playing Uro. I mean, that makes sense, right? And we just use this turn to Eldritch Reborn here. They're getting quite a bunch of value though, which is concerning. I mean, that's what Niv-Mizzet Reborn does, right? But it actually doesn't get too many tools from being in Historic. So, yeah. Do they even run historic cards? Yeah, few of them. Okay, Watergrave, Eldest Reborn, they will counter it with Dovin's Veto as the last card in hand. Don't do it, man. Okay, perfect. I appreciate that. Ah, I see. And then Yambi is Team Speaker and sacrifice that. Yep, I like that play. It's pretty neat. And not sacrifice the return, but they cancel the return basically. Nice. And the nice thing here is that if they can't deal with the Eldest Reborn, we simply get back our Ashiok, which is great, right? So what do they get back? Thought Erasure? Knight? Ugh. Everything basically. So they use this turn to knight the Eldest Reborn, right? Or next turn. Yep. And now the Aggressive Rampage is also useless. Yep. And that is good game. Because I can't see myself winning from this spot. GG. Niv-Mizzet wins. That's actually the first time I've seen Niv-Mizzet in Historic Brawl ever, pretty much, against me. It seems okay, right? It wins the Greed War, but the average deck just seems to beat Niv in Historic Brawl. I mean, this deck just... I think it's a bit matchup dependent. GG! We are playing against Zacama. A fan favorite, I suppose. No. Mana situation wasn't too great. Idle into... something, I guess. Okay. Oh, this is awkward, right? Yeah, we started with the Drowned Catacombs tapped, then Command Tower into Idle, then play the Vantress tapped together with the Narset, or Flame Sweep the mana drop that they play. Depends. All depends. Okay. Okay, that's a start, right? Good thing we played the Drowned Catacomb as well. Because we can now go... Like, it depends. If they play a mana drop, I'm very, very, very likely to Flame Sweep them. Technically that is a mana drug, but not practically. Yeah, let's just Grim Tutor for the fires, right? Maybe just searching for Chandra or something like that was better. No, like we can't play Nicols Bolas in this situation at all, pretty much. Lands are horrendous. Yeah, fires into rituals to get rid of that. That also tells us they don't have any other lands in hand, but that fixes their mana, so they have red available, and currently they don't have red. Oh, that is a problem. Oh, damn! I wish that. Oh my god, that's brutal. That was a top deck, though. Yep. Plus you. They exile something. We return the Mirari's Wake to their hand as well. Oh, it's beautiful. And we could swing him with the Guardian Idol, but I'd rather keep it back and maybe block a Haster or activate the Castle Ventress here. Right, yep. Pass the turn. And if they play Mirari's Wake again, we just use the Nicols Bolas ability to copy... Yeah, sure. We just use Nicols Bolas ability to copy the Ashiok. Castle Ventress, oh yeah, that is... I mean, yeah, if we keep it like this, we can actually play the Chandra right now, right? because we... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, return you to hand, because I really don't want to deal with that. At all. Right?
I am omnipotent.
Ah, perfect. Take you up, and in the next turn we can... Okay, so what we're doing now is we play Narset, fetch the Chandra off the top, and then play that, right? And next turn we are just going to minus Bolas. Like if they play Mirari again, Mirari's Wake again, we're just going to minus Bolas with the Narset ability, basically reset the loyalty, play that again, and use the Airshock ability for Nicols Bolas to return that to the hand, so we don't have to sacrifice the Airshock to the minus ability. And yeah, this is going to be quite bad for them, essentially. To the bottom with you. Okay. Because we don't want Mirari's Wake on the field. That is a fact. It is a horrible card for us, and we don't want to see that at all. Okay, so -2. I think we could just also Chandra nah. Yeah, we're going to use the -2 of Narset. Yep, good game indeed. Yeah, and so yeah, Narset -2, then reset that, bounce that again, get the Duress and discard that from their hand. GG. We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did, and this deck is a total blast to play. As you've seen, it is a control deck that gets outvalued by other control decks. Sometimes, like Teferi, the matchup was really dependent on getting an early Chandra, and I somehow botched that like really badly. That was horrible, right? The Nicols Bolas matchup, while he is considerably weaker compared to the rest of the field in historic, he's obviously still a strong competitor, and yeah, the Nicols Bolas also outvalues this deck. But what this deck does, it destroys everything else that is remotely creature based, and it is the Kinnan killer. Like, it destroys Kinnan, as you've seen in the matchups, right? You just have board wipe after board wipe. They can't get anything done because you're just denying them all the mana, because all their mana is based on creatures, and you're just killing them. Yeah, pretty fun. Fires is obviously a really good card in the deck, and that's like in the last game we've seen what Grim Tutor into Fires can do, and I believe there was also another matchup, I think so, right? Where I got Grim Tutor into Fires, and that's just obviously really nice. Yeah, having strong wipes available at turn 3, as early as turn 3 is really strong, and yeah, like there's some choices that I'm not satisfied with. The moment of craving is overall too weak, maybe. But you should tech it in if you see a lot of mono-red aggro coming. Like, depends, right? If you play this in an event, because we will get Amenketh. Also, Amenketh, we will get 2/3 mana, deal 3 damage to everybody wipes, which is going to be obviously better than Flameseer or something like that, but they do require double red, because Sweltering Suns and Anger of the God will probably come with Amenketh. And yeah, overall, good deck. Also obviously gets really strong in like, what, 1 week, 2 weeks? Or like stronger, I should say. A blast to play. If you like Super Friends, if you like proactive control decks, this is probably the deck for you. Some tweaks should and maybe made. Maybe add counter spells if you feel like it. I just chose to try not to run them. Like, that was a deliberate decision. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to support the channel, please support the channel, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.